Okay, it is literally 5 minutes to 2 a.m. I am dead tired. I'm exhausted. And I haven't been feeling well. But the thing is, unfortunately, if I don't try to make a video is not going to happen. Because I just am never really given the space I need to make videos. So, this is going to be more of a book life update than any real specific topic about books, because I just mainly wanted to check in with you guys about the book life. This is my vlog after all. One of the things that I'm excited about, despite the fact that I'm like beat right now, are the two shirts that I ordered from Hot Topic. So this is black, and it says read a book instead. And then you have print of books and stuff. And I got it in an extra large because the sizes on Hot Topic are listed as juniors, which is not the same as women's shirts. So this is women's and this is a medium, just to give you, and yes, it does fit a little tight because it shrunk, but I have to go up higher than what I would normally wear in women's. And while I'm definitely going to wear this shirt, I don't know if you'll ever see me just sitting around making a video the way I am now, because it's black and because of jerks like this. It's gonna look like crap in 5 minutes. The only reason why I'm wearing this is because this shirt already had hair on it, so I wasn't worried about getting hair on it. Then we have this shirt, which is so ridiculously soft, it's not even funny. This is very simple. It simply says professional bookworm. This I got in a large as opposed to an extra large because it's a v-neck. Their v-necks are usually made from different material. They hang differently, so an extra large would end up being too big. It's not like see-through, but as you can see, it's kind of opaque, I guess you would call it. It's not cotton at all. It's actually 95% polyester and 5% linen, which is, I'm guessing, is the reason why it's so soft and stretchy. Like, I love that one. Now, I kind of dropped the ball because I haven't been feeling well. Because I had originally planned to do some mental health theme book vlogs because May was Mental Health Month. I had a couple videos in mind. One of them was a book of recommendations of some mental health and good feeling books. But the problem was that because I brain dump a lot of things I read, and some of these books I hadn't read in years, I wanted to take the time to actually kind of refresh my memories so I could tell you about these books. And as I've quasi mentioned, mental health wise for me, I have not been doing well this year. So I'm constantly having to stop everything I'm doing to let my brain be stupid. So that didn't happen. And I feel bad and I'm sorry. I don't know if I mentioned on this channel, I've been going to some writers workshops at my local library, and I was asked to be a guest speaker at one of the workshops, which is on the 6th, which is for poetry. Don't know how I got dragged into this. So I've been kind of trying to prepare, mainly because I don't think you realize what your creative process is until you're forced to think about it. That's mainly what she wanted, was for me to talk about my creative process and give tips, because for a lot of people poetry is very daunting, and I'm like, what creative process? But it wasn't until I thought about what I go through, I'm like, oh, I do have a creative process, I just don't put it down on paper. I realized, and people may not think of it this way, but I feel like you can approach poetry the same way you write stories. You can outline poetry, but basically you can just write your idea and then turn it into a poem later if it doesn't come naturally. If you want to write poetry, you can do it. Doesn't have to come out like that. I checked out a bunch of books about writing poetry mainly because I do sometimes have communication problems because of some trauma issues I've had, and I wanted to just flip through some books and that, so I can. So sometimes I just have a hard time relaying what's in my head verbally. So I wanted to get some poetry books. So I checked out some how to make poetry and see if there's tips that I vibe with that I can help relay. Because I have my own way, I have my own things I want to say from my point of view, my creative process, but we're all different and not everybody can relate to each tip or each point of view as far as how to write something. So I'm going to give my own point of view. This is how I do it, but I'm also going to put together a list of, not a list, but I'm going to put together some other ideas, that might help people that see differently from me. I'm pretty sure you know what I mean, but I'm tired. The only book I had in my house was this one, Creating Poetry by John Drury. I'm not going to sit and read all these books. I'm just probably going to go through the table of contents and just pick out certain ideas. So I got 2 books from the juvenile section. One was How to Write a Poem. How to Write a Poem by Margaret Ryan. Can't get more direct than that. Poetry Matters, Writing a Poem from the Inside Out, and I have a funny feeling that I'm probably going to get more out of this one. Something about it. You can get a lot out of juvenile nonfiction books. I'll just tell you that. Then I got 3 more from the regular nonfiction, and there wasn't actually any books in the section about writing poetry, like creating poetry, in the regular nonfiction section. Those 2 books were just from juvenile. It's really weird. I mean, there's plenty of books on writing, but not on writing poetry. I got this one. This is called The Triggering Town, Lectures and Essays on Poetry and Writing. I don't know. I'm hoping I can find some inspirational quotes to relay to whoever comes to this. I don't know. That I'm not completely lost on doing, being a guest speaker. I just want to get other ideas besides my own ideas. Because can be very, I'm a weirdo. So my thought process may be not what someone needs to hear. I don't know about this one. This is How to Read a Poem and Fall in Love with Poetry, but I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking that I might see something in it that might relate to writing poetry. You never know. Because that's the thing about the human mind, is that you'd be surprised how one thought can trigger something completely different. So, and also, of course, from the library, I got the June issue of Bookpage. I would recommend you pick this up from the library every month because it has a bunch of reviews for upcoming books. There's also, I always pick every month when the library puts out the new book page. I always pick it up. I like it because, first of all, I think that this is how I found out about First to Read. I like it because you get really good reviews on the upcoming books for usually the month of June. And there's resources, they give you websites to visit, sweepstakes for winning books, and I don't know, it's free. And if your library doesn't carry it, you can suggest it and see if they'll order it. Bookpage also has a website though, and you can get a newsletter, an email newsletter from them too.